We have a critical skilled labor shortage in Arkansas. Garland County, which is where Hot Springs is, in 1 month last year, Garland County lost 4 prospective new employers for no other reason than that Garland County could not provide an adequate skilled labor. 1 month they lost 4. Some of you know that the second largest steel producing county in North America is in Arkansas. Did you know that? You know where it is? Mississippi County. Home of Nucor Steel. 671 employees in 3 steel plants. I went to one of their plants a few months ago, and they let me ask any employee I wanted to, any question I wanted to ask, and I only had a chance to ask about 24 of them questions. And part of it's because I had a lot of questions, but I asked every one of them at least 2 questions. They were, are you from Arkansas and do you live in Arkansas? Now this is about 8 miles from Blytheville, Arkansas. And how many out of the 24, this is not a scientific poll, okay? It's probably better than some of the political polls you're going to be hearing about. It was just a random poll. Out of 24 employees that I asked, do you live in Arkansas, how many of them said yes?
None.
Right, 0. Nobody. They drive back across the river, live in western Tennessee and southeast Missouri. You know why?
State income tax.
They can keep more money. Cost less. Government costs less. And I asked them all, are you from Arkansas? Out of the 24 I talked, approximately 24, how many said that they were from Arkansas, you know? 0. Nobody. Now there are people who work there from Arkansas, there are people who work there who live in Arkansas, but they are the distinct minority. And I asked management, why don't you have anybody from Arkansas? They said, well, we got a few. And I said, why have you only got a few? And here's what management said, the president of that particular plant, you don't produce skilled technicians and skilled labor in your education system in Arkansas. We hire them if you have them. And one of the reasons Nucor Steel located in Mississippi County is so they can hire people from southeast Missouri and western Tennessee. And we just put $125 million of your taxpayer money in a new Big River Steel in Osceola, and they located in Mississippi County for exactly the same reason, because they have to get a labor force out of our neighboring states. So we just spent $125 of your taxpayer money to hire people and give them jobs who live in Tennessee and Missouri. We've got to fix that. I believe that if we will start restoring and returning vocational training and education in Arkansas, that we can almost immediately reverse and return to a vibrant economy in the state of Arkansas. What am I talking about? 20 years ago, we had 23 technical vocational schools in Arkansas. 20 years ago, we had 23 technical vocational schools in Arkansas. You know how many we got today? 6. Yeah, 3. 3. 6 is close. 3, and one of them you have to be in prison to go to. You volunteering, Gene? Yeah. So I proposed that we move our 2-year community colleges way up the feeding chain in budgeting in Arkansas. And we create a partnership between our 2-year community colleges and our high schools and start providing career paths for our high school students starting no later than the 10th grade that will let our high school students select a career path that may or may not require a 4-year college degree. And I will tell you, our dropout rate in Arkansas high schools in some of our counties exceeds 30%. And a lot of it is because we don't give our children a choice of anything but going to college. We're turning our high schools into college preparatory schools, and we're destroying 30% of our students' opportunity to become producing effective citizens. You know, and I will tell you, I've got a 4-year degree and even some postgraduate study. And I will tell you, I get disgusted when I hear people say, well, it's just not college material. And I want to say, doggone it, he's better than that. When did we lose, I'm sorry here. When did we lose the understanding that there's dignity in making things with your hands? Amen. And working with your hands and fixing things with your hands. We've got to get that back in Arkansas. And here's what, that's why the jobs have gone overseas. Let me tell you this. When kids in high school can't sign up for something they enjoy and fulfills their natural God-given talents, they drop out. And when they drop out, They end up on, a lot of them end up in addictions. And now they become thieves to support an addictive habit, and they end up in prison when they could be productive citizens of our state, producing wealth for themselves and financial security for their family, guys. I mean, we can change this. We've got to change this. And I think this is an emergency in our state, and we need to treat it like an emergency. So I've recommended that we bump the funding of our two-year community colleges up to 100%, and we got to move some money around to do that, which I'm okay with doing. But here's what I envision. In fact, I was in Shreveport a few months ago, and let me just tell you the story. With some men from Arkansas who want to start a new digital media company here in Arkansas, and they found out about a program in Shreveport. I don't have time to tell you all about it, but we went to LSU Shreveport, and we went to Bossier Parish Community College. And the administrators of both of those schools said to us, this group of businessmen, if you will tell us what skills you need your employees to have, we will develop a curriculum to produce those skills for employees. That's what we got to do in Arkansas. We have some of our community colleges doing that right now. Mid-South Community College in over Helen is doing a good job. University of Arkansas at Hope is doing a great job. Fantastic job. There's what's the school in Malvern? Ouachita Community College is doing a great job with some of that. And let me tell you, you ought to go to Northwest Arkansas Community College up in Bentonville to see what they're doing. It is a model for the state. But our community colleges have the flexibility to turn on a dime. And if we got a prospective employer who wants to come to Arkansas and he's asking, what about your skilled labor force? I want to have a president of one of those colleges sitting at my side saying, you tell us what you need, what your skills you need your employees to have. We will have a curriculum in place by next fall. Yeah. And we'll start producing.